higher. And we also increased the pay to $10 instead of $9.50 so that we wouldn't lose too much money starting out, but also so the employees would be less likely to quit. We reduced our hours. So instead of closing at 11 p.m., we're closing at 9 p.m. now because people typically aren't needing caffeine that late. So it was only making bills go up, but not the sales to go with it. We increased the projected sales because we did cut ourselves short the week before. We had it at 700, but we actually sold more than that. So we increased it to 900 since the name was out there, and we sold more than we expected.
Okay.
We altered the advertising. The online was originally the 50-cent coupons, but we made it to general awareness now so that we aren't losing the money from the coupons, but also the name is out there. And then also for the coffee, we did have to buy emergency coffee the first round, and so we increased the amount we bought. So we had to increase it anyway because we projected more sales, but we also bought extra. And we ended up still having to make an emergency run. And the results from this were increased revenue, increased cup sales, higher customer satisfaction, higher wait time satisfaction. But there was a decrease in the revenue per employee, but that was just because we increased the number of employees.
Okay. All right.
So what we learned from these first two rounds, first, we learned to think ahead and to order enough materials to cover for the future. We also learned to not underestimate and set the bar high for ourselves. Prepare for the unexpected. You never know what might go wrong, so have a backup plan. For example, we needed to prepare for selling more than projected. And lastly, make logical risks. If you don't take the risks, you'll always work for someone who does. And risk can also lead to potential growth within the company.
All right, great. Okay. That's it? Testing?
Yes, all done.
All right, great. How about this? All right, how about this progress and presentations? What other teams think about this? Okay. Any comments? Any question? It's great to see it. So your improvements on your performance. Okay. So everything's all right. Okay. So you studied and you learned something. Okay. And you improve your performance, and you know why these improvements are done. Okay. Then it's great. That's exactly what I want to see. Okay. So actually you link. I don't know you understand this or not, but actually you link what you learned from the textbook and to these simulations, which is not perfect, but which resembles the real setting. Okay, it's great. All right. So I don't have any question about this. Okay. So probably in the competition round you will do better performance. Okay, so good. All right. So any question, comment about this team 1? All right. Then if you don't have any question about it, then who will be the next? Which team wanna go next?
Team 4 can go next.
All right, team 4, Huan and Jamal. Okay. All right, so team 4. So Huan, you will be the presenter. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now you're presenter, so you can control. Oh, I'm sorry about that. That's team. Actually, you can go after them. All right, that's team. All right, team 3 actually asked me, can go after them, but I misread the text. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So Juan was first, and Destin will go next. So next is team 3. Okay. That's a team 4. This is right. Okay. I'm sorry. Just this is regarding what you said, what I'm saying. So Juan, as soon as you're ready, so you can start. All right, Jamal's Juan's Cafe.
All right, so we did J&J's Cafe, and here are week 1 results. So some key decisions we made that have kind of affected us pretty negatively. Here we see that our brand awareness was only a 5.1, so we didn't invest enough into getting our name out there. Another major thing was that we stocked up on way too much inventory. We had, give me one sec, sorry. We had way too many coffee cups ordered the first week, and even though we could keep those around, we also had way too much coffee go to waste. Our hours worked per worker were also way too high, and we could start to see like the worker satisfaction start to go down, which affects other parts of the business. So our first week was pretty rocky.
Our week 2 results were kind of the same. It kind of got a little better because we, like you said, we had an overage in coffee and cups, so we tried to even it out by ordering less the next week. But still, we had like a little bit too much. We invested more money in the brand, so our brand awareness increased, and our customer satisfaction increased. We still had to hire more workers because our workers were still unhappy, like for working so many hours, and our supervisors were very stressed.
Okay.
So some of the things that week 1 versus week 2 went kind of different was that our net income increased. So I think this was a result due to our better prices. We did increase our prices in coffee. What that did was increase our overall income, but we did sell a couple less units of coffee, and we see that in the graph because our cups sold decreased slightly. And with the investment we made, we did increase 3 times. Our brand awareness increased by 3 times. We were at first at a 5.1, and now we're looking at a 17.1. So it's a little over 3. We feel like we didn't invest enough, though. We weren't working to our full potential to everything we could do. So definitely that would be something we would change for the upcoming rounds, would be to invest a lot more in that. And like I said before, we did lose units in what I'm talking about is when we sold less cups. Sorry, we did sell a few less cups. The overall wasn't very much change. our biggest change was the increase in income, and we did have an increase in customer satisfaction, and that was probably because we did have more employees to be there and to decrease the wait times. So for the most part, we either didn't really change enough or we increased slightly. So hopefully going on to the next round, we'll know to definitely more attention to our brand awareness and to ordering better inventory based on the market. And we're also going to try to keep our employees happy because we have seen that does definitely affect how it's going to perform.
Okay.
Some improvements we see. Like we said, advertisement. We're gonna hopefully the next rounds invest more in advertisement to get more of awareness for our business and hire more staff. That way we have less unhappy staff members and the supervisors are less stressed. And one of the biggest aspects we have is trying to figure out a happy medium of inventory where we don't have too much waste or have to make an emergency buy of coffee or cups in a week.
Okay, great.
And yeah, that's how our 2 weeks went.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. Any question, comments about Team 4 presentation? You can just jump in any presentation. Actually, we are gonna have a very casual conversations. Very casual. Our conversations are very casual. All right. Actually, I have some concerns about your inventory codes. Okay, Team 4. Okay. So, customer satisfaction was also my concern, but it is improved. Okay, it's not much, but it is improved. But the cost side. So the customer satisfaction, okay? Customer satisfaction is about your performance, okay? Product differentiation side, okay? Product performance, your service side, okay? Then your cost side is inventory, right? Inventory is a big cost usually, okay? In any inventory, human capital, okay? Coffee, and your some facilities, whatever. Okay, so your inventory is your big cost, probably the biggest cost, not just purchasing. Okay, except for purchasing. Okay, so your inventory cost was one of my main concerns. Then actually you recognize it, so you need to fix this. Okay, absolutely. Okay, then you just do not reduce your cost, and then this cost, actually the waste can go your service side, your product side. Okay? This is a good cycle. All right. Then your performance improve, your cost down. Okay. But between this, the value you create. Okay? Then this is improvements. This is good thing, right? Then your customer like it. Okay. Then you love it, your customer love it, everyone is happy. Okay, so reduce cost, increase your service. So increase service, you recognize it. So reduce cost, your inventory cost, reduce it, you recognize it. So create this between side. Okay. This is value you create, your cafe should create. Okay. So inventory is very important. To reduce inventory, the best method is to have better predictions. You need to think about that. Okay? All right. Any other question, comment? All right. You don't have that? Okay. Please. Team 3, you are ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Team 3. So, Dustin, you will be?
Yes, I'll be presenting.
Okay. All right, you are the presenter.
Is it up?
It's working.
Okay.
All right, Mountain Top Cafe.
Yes, sir.
Nice. I love mountains.
All right. For week 1, we decided to buy 30 pounds of coffee and 20,000 cups at 7 cents each. That was our weekly purchase. We decided to hire 12 employees with 2 managers. We decided to do this because we wanted to focus on customer satisfaction and decrease wait time. And we decided to stay open from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. because we read it was in a college town. Wanted people to come in early before classes. And if they had a late night study session, they can come in and get coffee before they studied. Marketing. We decided since we were a new company, getting our name out there was important. So we spent a lot of our funds on advertisement, and we spent about $1,400 on online advertisement and $2,800 on radio advertisement. And here were the results from week 1. Our wait time satisfaction was 100%. We had a decent revenue, and yeah, week 2, we decided to increase our amount of coffee purchase because we were selling at a better rate than we thought we were initially. Staffing. So we decided to decrease our staffing by 2 employees because since our wait time was pretty low and we had 100% customer satisfaction, we could decrease this a little and still have a little leeway with revenue. Hopefully it'll increase and still not hit our wait time and customer satisfaction. We kept the same price, and we decided to not buy any online advertisement the next week because most of our money spent was on advertisement, and we felt like we could decrease this. So we spent no money on online ads, and we decreased our radio time slots by 2 days instead of 10. And here our revenue increased, our amount of cups increased, customer satisfaction stayed the same. And yeah, this were our results for the next week.
Okay, can you please click to the back to the previous slide?
This one?
Yeah, the previous one. Yes, that's it. So look at this. Your customer satisfaction, 47.4 to 56 is nice. Okay, nice. Okay, so and positive net income. So actually, your first week decision works. Okay, so it takes a time. Okay, if you change your strategy, okay, your decisions, so it takes time. Okay, so all right, great. Okay, this is great. Okay. So wait time satisfaction, great. Okay, all right. So this is nice. Any question about team 3's presentations and performance? Any question, comments on it? Okay. All right. Team 3, you did a great job. Okay. So you need to think about that. Why actually you decrease the advertising. Then you will see what happened. Okay. Then you can understand, okay, the mechanism to work between these advertising codes and your performance. Then you can see it. All right, great. All right, so no question, no comments. Okay, it is very helpful. Without talk about this, okay, it is helpful, very helpful to see what other teams are doing and their the performances. Okay, how this two works. Okay, all right. Then we have one more team, right? Team 2. Okay. So team 2, who will be your presenter? Please let me know.
I can do it.
Yeah, Murph. Now you are presenting. All right, great. Murph, Tori, Corey. Come, this is your stage.
All right, so for our rounds 1 and 2, we basically purchased we purchased 40 pounds of coffee, but ran out. So then we had to purchase another 15 and basically sold a total of 47.
Wow.
In the first round, we decided to buy 5,000 cups, and we sold 3,500 of them. And then for the staffing and hours, we decided we went basically opened it from 7
All right.
to 10.
Your emergency coffee is very expensive, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a waste. It's a good thing. Okay, you sell a lot of coffee. It's like an inventory cost. What I mentioned. Okay, it's a cost. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Go ahead.
And so basically, we decided to open up the store from 7 to 10, thinking like we'd probably get a lot of college students. And then we made sure that we had at least a server, or basically calculated out to have like 1.5 servers working per hour, and always had a manager on working every day. And we decided to give the servers $10.25 an hour, which is a lot higher than minimum wage, so that they would be willing to work and stay with us. And then the managers received $750 a week.
Okay.
And then for marketing, so we decided this. We just kind of compared prices of like Starbucks and other coffee chains, and we just decided to go with that the coffee should be sold at like $4.50. And then for advertising, we didn't really want to spend a lot on it in the first round, and so we spent. I think we just did the general awareness and only did 5 radio advertisements. And so the results were that I think we were number 1 in customer satisfaction, and also we were number 1 in revenue sold. But our brand awareness was really low, and we had a negative net income.
Okay.
And so for the adjustments, we decided that we did not need to order more cups because we had a ton of left over after week 1. And then we decided to change the hours, basically adding another hour on, because we thought, we could possibly get more people, like college students who are working late, want to buy coffee. And then with increasing the hour, we wanted to hire more servers so that basically we would have at least 2 working every hour. There was 2 servers basically on call, working, so that they wouldn't get like basically bombarded by customers, and that kind of help with customer satisfaction because they were they'd get the coffee quicker. And then we also wanted to increase the advertisement because our brand awareness was very low. I think it was like the lowest compared to the other 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also increased the amount of coffee we purchased because we had a shortage in week 1.
Right.
And then, so these are results from week 2. We're again #1 in customer satisfaction.
Okay.
Our brand awareness went up a lot compared to the first week. We also had around 2,000 cups sold and around $9,000 in revenue, and our net income went up. Went from negative to positive $763. It's very good.
All right, great.
And then basically, what we learned is that it's important to basically have 2 employees working at the same time, as that will, basically increase your customer satisfaction. As I said earlier, your customers will get the coffee quicker, and they won't have to wait. That's kind of like one of the most important things. People don't want to wait for their coffee.
For sure.
And then we also, we learned that marketing is critical for brand awareness in the early stages, because you're trying to get your name out there and you want customers to come. Ours was very low in the first week.
Absolutely.
And in the second week, we decided to put more money into it, and I think that's what led to our large revenue and positive net income.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final thing was just try to keep the fixed expenses low, buying basically cups and the advertising, just to keep it low in the first week, because you don't want to basically get yourself in a hole to start off.
Yeah, you are learning from the mistake. Great. Come. All right. That's it?
Yeah.
Is it any question, comment on that? Come. This is very interesting. Okay. So, team 2, okay? Team 2 presentation, right? Team 2, what are you going to do? Actually, you have a great customer satisfaction. You have great brand awareness. Okay? But your net income still not so high. Okay? So, what are you going to do?
We've talked about it. We think that the best thing to do is possibly raise the price of coffee a little bit higher. And if say after week 1, maybe the net income didn't if we still get negative, we could lower it. But if it possibly could work, where basically the thinking is customer you set your prices high, you could so say we put it at $5 instead of $4.50, and we just see what we do week 1, and we could possibly lower it, and that might more customers might be oh, they're having a sale on coffee, they're decreasing their price and have more customers come.
All right. I totally understand your concepts about the pricing. Okay, the pricing. Okay, so if you keep the high price, customers don't like it. Low price, they like it. This is general ideas. People think about that. Okay, but actually, your price is a reward for your service. Okay, so appropriate price will be more welcome. Okay, not all customers don't like the cheaper coffee. Okay, if the service is good, then they want to enjoy. Okay, your coffee with a higher price, with more prestige. Okay, prestige. Okay, so many customers. Okay, they are logical too. They are rational too. Okay, in some sense. Okay, so if your service product is good, they are ready to pay more. Okay, so your pricing strategy, that will be your main main task, main job. You need to think about that. Okay, so you are number 1, brand awareness and customer satisfaction. Then your price. Okay, so you need to think about that. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've done all the presentations. Okay, then we learned a lot. Okay, so there are some common things around the teams. Okay, Okay, then there are some different things. Okay, so to sum up, actually, your presentations, you recognize that brand awareness and customer satisfactions are very important. This is your product side, service side. Okay, so this will be involved with improve your quality, product differentiations. Okay, then inventory things. Okay, inventory things. Everything can be your inventory. Okay, your advertising can be your inventory. Your coffee, your unsold coffee will be on inventory, and too many staff will be inventory. Okay, so anything can be your inventory. So you are very good at think about this product service side, but inventory side, your cost side. Okay, also, there are some types of inventory, some items, okay? Inventory and plus some cost. Okay? So you need to think about this cost side because your service is there, then your cost is high, then you don't have any margins. Okay? And if you reduce cost, think about that. Okay? Same quality, but you reduce cost, you create value with this. Okay. In the real setting, usually the reduced cost is the easiest strategy because you can control many things to reduce cost. Okay. Usually, reduced cost will be happen in your organization, inside, internally. Okay. So you can control many things, then you can reduce cost. So that's why I'm saying reduce cost is the easiest strategy compared with the increased product differentiations. So based on your presentations, you need to think about reduce cost side. Okay. All right. Then you create more value. All right, great. So actually the purpose of this presentation was I just want to make sure that everyone is familiar with this game, the concepts and the decisions, the mechanisms behind the decisions, okay? How to play in the game with technically and conceptually. Okay? So I just want you to make sure everyone understand conceptually, technologically, okay, in this game, but actually your understanding level, it seems that your understanding level is much beyond this, okay? So I'm totally happy with this, okay? So I'm not worried about the next rounds, the competition regular rounds. So now probably this program, this system starts your regular competition round, okay? So you can go ahead your game, okay? If you don't have any question, comment, we can move to the regular competition round. Okay, I'm gonna create your breakout rooms if you need it. Okay, so from now on, for better communications, okay, you can use any video platforms, video communication platforms. So you can use your own Zoom or anything. Okay, but I'm gonna create your breakout rooms. Okay, for your convenience, only for your convenience. Okay. Okay, if you want, you can meet your.
You are currently the only person in this conference. You are currently the only person in this conference.
Dr. Kane.
Yes.
Question. So for future classes, will you still have this website running, and so we can join with our groups this way in breakout rooms, or would you rather us have us do Zoom?
I want to have the highest level of autonomy for you. So
Hello?
today we don't have any, remaining time was short. But how do you think about that? Actually, yeah, I haven't decided yet for the next time. So probably.
For some reason, I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I'm gonna create breakout rooms again. Okay. So if you want it, you can use it. Please. Okay, probably for the next time, we can use these breakout rooms because I can still communicate with you. If I want to have some comments on your performance, probably I can, assess you. Okay? If you use your private Zoom meetings, I cannot assess you. That is a problem. So probably you can use the breakout rooms first. Okay? Then if the time runs out, then if you need more time, then you can use your private Zoom meetings because it does take the time to transit. Okay? So that's probably, maybe the best, I guess, at this point. How do you think about Rory? Can you hear me?
That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good.
It works for you?
Yeah.
All right, then probably we can do that. We can try, but if there is any problem with it, then we can change it. We can talk, okay? We can change it. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking at this point. All right, so you can use your breakout rooms again, okay? So please go ahead. All right, if time just runs out, then you can use, your PowerPoint. Not PowerPoint. It's a private Zoom meetings. Your Zoom meetings. Okay? Zoom is widely used. I don't like it, but for privacy issues, okay? So security issues. So you can use it. Please go ahead. Your breakout rooms or your alternative.
You are currently the only person in this conference.
I'm going to mute my microphone, okay? But I'm still here.